4 of these competitors making their proper debut as professional wrestlers here tonight in the cerulean blue.
It's going to be an honor to call this one. None of these 4 competitors will ever forget this match. Not for the rest of their careers, not for the rest of their lives. Ask any veteran, no matter how long they wrestle. Where was your first match? Who did you wrestle? Did you win or lose? They remember it vividly. That's the moment that we're all a part of right here, right now, on this Academy Showcase.
And here's the truth with Mark Warseka. Most people don't debut at the King of Sports, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
177センチ、84キロ。ジェイコブ・ジャッジ167センチ、69キロ。タイニージャイアント、アントニオ・リコース。
Of course, that is Jacob Judge with the gavel, self-explanatory, I suppose. His tag team partner in the mask, Antonio Riccxs. Both of these men, as well as their opponents, traveling together in a carload cross-country from New York, relocating their entire life for the better part of 3 months just for this camp, just for this opportunity here tonight.
They left everything behind to be here with us right now.
And Mark, let me ask you, is it an advantage or a disadvantage to these competitors that they're facing friends, that they're facing companions, people who they've started their professional wrestling journeys with because they know each other so well? Or is it a disadvantage, again, because they know each other so well, because their opponents will be able to see so many things coming?
I think a great advantage that they've been training together here, that they've trained together at House of Glory in New York. But a disadvantage in that there are a lot of emotions in the relationships, the dynamics between them that can affect the outcome.
タフラブ、トミー・ハートフェルト170センチ、84キロ、オニックス・アマギ。
That is Onyx Amagi in the green, Tommy Heartfelt with the tasseled jacket. You spoke to it. These men starting their journey as professional wrestlers, training under the legendary Amazing Red at House of Glory. I mean, talk about a combination of trainers from the Amazing Red, a trailblazer of a style of wrestling, a style of independent wrestling, to the likes of Fred Rosser and Kushida and the DKC.
These guys are serious. The bell rings for their first ever professional wrestling match, and what an honor it is for us to have the opportunity to call it. It starts with a handshake.
It is Heartfelt and Riccxs starting us off with a collar and elbow tie-up. You know, they say sometimes that you hurt the ones you know, they hurt the ones you love even harder because you know they can take it. You know what they're made of, and frankly, you don't want to disrespect them by pulling their punches. That could very well be what we're seeing here.
I'm not great at math, Jordan, but 2 of these people are going to remember for the rest of their lives they won their first match, and 2 of them are going to remember we lost our first match.
I believe that's correct.
Is coming out on top.
That's also half and 50%.
I'm lost.
A real standoff here again. These athletes have been dreaming of and moreover working towards this moment for so long. Cannot let the moment get the best of them. Shoulders down here. Oh, Amagi. Riccxs looking for the kick here. But Heartfelt, he's not staggered. He didn't flinch.
He's a lover boy with tons of joy.
Looking to bring his tough love here tonight to the opposition, but a picture-perfect drop kick from Riccxs.
Really nice wrestling so far in this one. A little bit of caution as they're feeling each other out. And we got the tag, and Amagi's in for the first time.
The 20-year-old from Spanish Harlem has previously competed in folk-style wrestling, and it'll be very, very interesting to see how the training of the New Japan Academy gels with that folk-style background.
Right. There's sort of an honor code that exists in that style of wrestling. We'll see if that carries over to his wrestling here in the New Japan ring.
Amagi also suffers from rheumatoid arthritis, where the immune system attacks healthy joints, thus making it easier to get injured. A definitive Achilles heel, especially in the sport of professional wrestling. But it's not affecting.
He's here to follow his dream, Jordan. It's remarkable.
Not affecting him thus far here as Riccxs manages to evade the basement lariat. Freakish athleticism here from Riccxs.
This is all about dreams coming true for these four wrestlers.
And in for the first time comes Jacob Judge, Brooklyn, New York zone. Told us earlier on tonight his goals are to wrestle all around the world, and for as many companies as possible. In his eyes, the sky is the limit.
Yeah, and these guys are doing that, right? They've got training on the East Coast. They've got training here now on the West Coast. It's a tight headlock.
Mark, we talked about this earlier. These guys are friends.
Yeah.
They've traveled together, right? But eventually it had to come to this. This is not an exhibition. Cover here. Kick up from Amagi. This is their professional wrestling debut, and at a certain point, that friendship, that respect, that reverence has to take a back seat.
You want to impress the coaches, you want to impress the fans, you want to impress New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you want the win in their first tag team match of your life.
Very unorthodox offense there from Amagi, dropping down to his knees. Almost thought he was going for a back suplex there, but instead a variation on a backbreaker.
Yeah, the shoulder drove into the lower back, and he's going to follow up on that and work that same area.
That's interesting strategy too, especially considering one of those shoulders is taped up, with the kinesio tape. So Amagi really throwing life and limb into this one.
Judge got way up high, up and over.
And Amagi got caught in the turnbuckle here. Judge looking for a choke, perhaps a sleeper here. Oh, manages to lock it in.
They are right in the center of the ring, too. They're nowhere near the ropes.
But Amagi able to escape and able to drill the elbow into the face, but the body scissors still cinched.
Nicely done by Jacob Judge. He's got a background in judo, Jordan, as well as his training in professional wrestling.
3 years as a judo practitioner for Judge, but right now, we might be looking for a bow and arrow here from Onyx Amagi. Look at this.
Can he get in there?
Twisting Jacob Judge like a pretzel. Yes, he can. And walking him over to tag team partner Tommy Heartfelt here. It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
And maybe slightly humiliating. Are we going to see some double team?
Yes, we are. Tommy Heartfelt again giving some of that tough love. Jacob Judge at the cover, hooking a leg. And a kick out here.
Nice teamwork by Heartfelt and Amagi on that exchange.
Mark, we talk often about how poise and composure in a wrestling ring comes with time. It comes with experience. You learn to deal with difficulties and roadblocks and disrespect. None of these competitors have that luxury.
Boom kicker. 5 minutes have passed. 5 minutes.
Here from ring announcer Shibata, cover here. 5 minutes have elapsed. My question to you is, what do these competitors have to do to avoid seeing red, to keep their composure, to stay on their game, to stick to their game plan?
Right, I think part of it is preparation. You know, coming into this with the right mindset to stay focused and to try to stay on your game plan.
Amagi leveling Judge, taking a moment to placate the crowd here. I'm not sure how wise that is. But staying right on top of him with a knee to the neck.
Big part of tag team wrestling is keeping your opponent on your side of the ring. Keep them as close to your corner as you can. They are right now doing that well. Heartfelt and Amagi are.
They call that cutting off the ring, and Jacob Judge indeed in the wrong part of town here. Hold on here. Giving him some room to breathe, if only for the moment, but really zeroing in. Amagi has clearly found a target in the form of the back and the neck of Jacob Judge.
I think Judge had a choice there, either to try to go over to the tag or mount some offense. He hesitated for just a moment and then mounted some offense. And it may have been a mistake.
Well, that's the inexperience coming into play here. Jacob Judge, if this wasn't such a big stage, if he had competed in a proper wrestling match before, maybe he wouldn't have hesitated here, but didn't hesitate there, landed on his feet. Huge lariat, and now has to make the tag to Riccxs here.
The Judge got a good verdict on that move.
And Riccxs is calling for it. Can he make it? Yes, he does! And in comes Heartfelt to meet him, the two freshmen.
Riccxs has had all kinds of time to recover. And look at him go!
Springboard action! Off the ropes. Look at the speed, look at the explosivity here with the head scissors.
Absolutely incredible pace!
Cover, hook of the leg, shoulders down, but only a 2.
24 years old, this tiny giant is here to prove, as we said, that size doesn't matter.
Not sure if it's just the gear or what, but certainly shades of his trainer. But it's Tommy Heartfelt catching him in midair, using his own speed and momentum against him. Picture perfect positioning for Heartfelt here.
A crowd here in the dojo appropriately appreciating this great fast-paced tag team action.
And in comes Amagi. Riccxs still on the shoulders of Heartfelt, gets dropped down with power slam.
Heartfelt and Amagi have functioned more efficiently as a team
Cover, broken up by Judge.
than their opponents have in this match. And we will see if that's going to end up being the difference maker by the time this thing is said and done.
We talk about that a lot, Mark, right? It's one thing to be a great wrestler. That's all you have to worry about in a singles match. But in a tag team match, it doesn't matter if you're the better wrestler if you can't gel with your partner. It's all about who is the better tag team, who is willing to communicate and work together. And right now it's Riccxs leveling Amagi with an enziguri.
Riccxs got the arm in the ladies. Now here he goes, bring his man into his corner. Drags Amagi into the red corner, and he's going up high.
Cutting off the ring here, it's Riccxs scaling the top. Oh, nobody home was looking perhaps for the double stomp, but Jacob Judge grabbing at the face of Amagi, instead gets leveled with another elbow. Misses the axe handle. And both Riccxs and Judge take him down with a shoulder block.
And now we're seeing some double team from Judge and Riccxs.
Cover here. Broken up by Heartfelt.
Tough Love barely got there.
But that is the key to success, Mark Warzeka.
Tommy Heartfelt!
Hold on, Jacob Judge maybe called his shot a little too early and Heartfelt made him pay.
He
Educated
telegraphed it.
feet.
And that's another thing that can happen when you know each other so well in the ring. You got to be careful not to anticipate and clue your opponent into where you're headed.
Well, if they didn't know each other well before, after 10 weeks here at the LA Dojo, here training under Fred Rosser at the NJPW Academy, they certainly do now. Nice reversal with the DDT from Riccxs.
Yeah, he nailed it. If Riccxs can capitalize here, wait a second.
Looking to capitalize, rolling through. Codebreaker there, and Heartfelt's out. But Amagi catches him.
Heartfelt's out, but he's not legal.
G-You-No Kugi. Cover. That's it.
The G-You-No Kugi, his sort of version of a page turner.
Onyx Amagi, Tommy Heartfelt
From Onyx
Showcase.
Amagi was enough for the victory here. Amagi and Heartfelt are your winners in this tag team debut for all 4 of these men.
Tommy Heartfelt, Onyx Amagi Showcase.
And the show of respect between friends, between brothers. From the Big Apple all the way to the City of Angels, a dream chased and a dream realized here tonight. You said it yourself, Mark, what an honor to be a part of this moment. A future so bright, as bright as the California sun for all 4 of these blue chippers.
And we know what this means to all 4 of these men, and credit to them for coming out, to giving up their lives, for coming out here, for training, for pursuing their dream. A lot of people have dreams, not everybody goes after them. These 4 came to fulfill a dream here today.